Hey there, lovely people, and welcome to Messages from the Heart, where we can take some time out from the constant external noise and just take a moment to focus inward and listen to the quiet and ever-present voice of our heart. So when I asked what the message needed to be for today, the word I got was metamorphosis. Metamorphosis and going into newness. Now, there's been a lot of talk, myself included, about how we've done this massive shift in 2020, how it's about coming into newness and newness in all ways. And a lot of us might be thinking, well, what actually are you talking about? Because it's not over yet. This COVID situation, this planetary lockdown, silencing, sending home process is not over yet for a large part of the world. And I don't think it's over for any part of the world. Some of us are in a better position than others, and I'm very grateful that we in South Australia are in quite a good, strong position, and I'm grateful for our leadership for that. But I know that a large part of the world are feeling like, what are you talking about? It's not over. How can we go into newness when this thing is not over? So here's what I think. My thinking on this is, and it's not just my thinking, it's my feeling, and I know that many of us are thinking and feeling the same thing. 2020 was massive in forcing us, if you will, to go within our homes, not only to go within our homes, but to go within ourselves and reevaluate. And the planetary energies, and not just the planetary energies, the energies of each individual and of all of us as a collective, have been very strong and resilient in thinking, okay, freedom as we knew it has changed. Things that we thought were set in our lives, plans that we had, businesses that we had, situations that we thought were amazing and that we no longer have. And it feels like we don't have any choice in the matter. In some way, that's true. We didn't choose for this as consciously to happen. But it's opened up a whole new choice. It's opened up a whole new way of thinking. So we've had to think differently about everything. We've had to think differently about our health, and we've had to re-evaluate our appreciation for our health. But that is number one. Without that, well, eventually we're not here without that. We've had to re-evaluate our family dynamics. Those of us that have been locked down for long periods of time, with children out of school, all of that kind of thing. But apart from that, we've had to reevaluate, and also families that we can't see. At Christmas time, particularly when we couldn't see family members and loved ones, we've had to reevaluate our thinking around that. Financially, we've had to reevaluate our thinking. In every single way, we've had to reevaluate our thinking. And when we do that, we actually have to come up with a new way, because we can't force the old way to work, because it just won't. It's not there anymore. The old structures are not there anymore. So we have to come out with a new way of thinking. So this is how we emerge into the new, by changing our thinking and being resilient and resourceful in that, believing in ourselves, and coming from a place of empowerment, not a place of defeat and victimhood, because those two things render us powerless. Okay, so coming from a place of belief in self and empowerment. So I draw the analogy of, we're talking about metamorphosis, like a butterfly. So we know that what happens with a butterfly, before it's a butterfly, it's in a cocoon. And so it has to be in shutdown, like in lockdown, like we were. Can't go out, has to stay there, okay? And it's really important that it does stay there, because if it doesn't, it will die. So in a way, that's sort of what is happening to us, and it won't get to be a butterfly. It'll just die. And after this long period, I don't know how long it takes for a butterfly to be in a cocoon, but after this long period of being in a cocoon, the way that the butterfly metamorphoses out of that cocoon is that it has to break its way out. So the wings, the delicate wings of the butterfly, have to begin moving, and it has to break its way out. Now, if somebody comes along and notices the struggle the butterfly is having and breaks the cocoon for the butterfly, thinking that it's helping, then the butterfly dies because it can't fly. So the butterfly needs to go through a process, like a difficult process, if you will, almost like a struggle, if you will, but it has to believe in itself, it has to persevere, it has to keep going in order to break through that cocoon, in order to fly. So this is my analogy, and I think it describes it really, really well, for me anyway. I can see this, it's exactly what's happened to us, and now we're in this place where we have broken through the cocoon. And even if we're still in lockdown, mentally, emotionally, planetary-wise, energetically, a shift has occurred. A huge, huge, huge shift has occurred. Collectively, individually, globally, energetically, planetary, cosmically. It has already occurred. And now we're going through this thing where we're flapping our wings and breaking out. And breaking out into newness. So this is how I see it. This is how I feel it. And I'm quite excited about the future. Now, this is not to say that everything that was not okay is going to magically disappear. It's not. It's not. But it's up to us to be the butterfly and to fly. And one major area that I would stress that we really need to look at, and that we really need to morph into newness with, is our health. And the number one thing I would suggest about our health is to look at our management of stress, because that is a silent killer. Stress. That is fundamental, I think, to pretty much everything in our life, our health, our relationships, everything. So look at our management of stress. Now, I've done many, many videos, particularly in the first half of 2020, about the immune system and the management of stress, and things that we can do, and things that we can do daily that are very simple, easy, quick to do, but very, very powerful and very effective. So if you wish to know more about that, please message me, let me know, comment, and I'm happy to share more, and happy to give you more information and more learnings, more teachings about that. And if you think that there is someone that you know that could benefit by watching this video, then please share, because the more that we can get this message out there, the better for all of us. And as we all morph into newness and emerge into newness, as one of us emerges into newness, we all do. It affects us all. So again, there's the analogy of the butterfly flapping its wings in one place and it happening in other places as well. Yes, so I hope this has made sense for you and that you find it helpful. Thank you very much for your time. As always, let's love ourselves enough to do this. Much love, and ciao for now.